So the timeline is filled with hate. The normies are panicking, but the long-term holders and investors into assets like XRP are relaxed. They're paying attention to the data and they're not letting emotion get the better of them. Today, we're going to be discussing some very important mindset shifts when it comes to XRP and understanding what is actually happening. So we're going to go through the latest information, data, and news that people are not seeming to understand. Plus, we're going to take a look at the overall market so we can get an understanding of what might happen next. This video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. And please remember, guys, under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room and looking at Bitcoin's price, 108,700. Overnight, we did hit about 106,000, which is in line with the previous low, knocking out stop losses, liquidation points, and emotional capitulation. Just what we would expect in a moment like this. Do me a favor, if you are uncomfortable with the price action right now, go back to May 2021, when we had a 30% candle down, exactly similar to this, although this one was actually less intense than that one, and see what happened in the 62, 63 days from the candle low to when that may or may not have ended. Go and check that out for me yourselves. But you're like, why are you talking about Bitcoin when we have XRP in the title, in the video? Well, right now, $2.45 for XRP after this big candle to the downside. The same time Bitcoin had the candle to the downside, so did XRP and the rest of the market. So this didn't worry me at the time. It doesn't worry me now. Of course, the liquidation event was frustrating, but in moments like this, if you've been around the block and you've been in crypto for long enough, you know that things tend to bounce back and the wicks are not what we want to worry about. In fact, it's more to do with the candle bodies. Right now, XRP it's just under $2.50. We are still below this very strong, what was support and now resistance line. And I'm waiting basically for that to break up. Just like Bitcoin, I think XRP is in a new short-term uptrend, but we're going to have to wait for a break of about $2.68 to about that $2.75 region before we can potentially break out. But I think the majority of the market is not understanding that this moment could be an opportunity. Now, I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. I can only tell you what I'm doing, but what I'm doing is adding to my positions. This morning, I added to my XRP position here. I also added to my, XRP position here. This XRP position, I'm using XRP as collateral, and right now that is in a loss, but that is part and parcel of being a trader. I have my strategy, and I'm sticking to that strategy, and this is an isolated position, so I know exactly where my estimated liquidation for this will be. By the way, guys, if you want to see what I'm doing in real time and you want to see what our traders are doing in real time, you can sign up to Weeks using the link down there in the description. If you deposit 100 USDT, you can get access to the free Telegram group. Within that group, you will be able to see what the Weeks trader is doing day to day. You'll also be able to see what I'm doing. For example, I did open some new trades recently, right? Just this morning, I was opening trades. If you want access to that, you can use the links in the description. And if you do deposit that 100 USDT, you can get this 50% futures bonus, but only if you read the terms and conditions and you follow the affiliate link in the description. Now, we can see Forbes just published an article how Ripple and XRP are changing the financial system. We can also see that according to Crypto Insights, his timeline is covered with hate. All right, this is loads of people saying they sold, loads of people who have lost interest, they have given up. And guys, it just blows my mind that no one will just zoom out, right? XRP is still one of the best performing assets this year. I know it doesn't feel like it, but if you have a long-term outlook, you could make a lot of money in this market, potentially. I mean, maybe not. But according to Brad Garlinghouse, right, the era of speculation is ending. In fact, in this video, he was going into depth to one specific thing. Let's have it here. So he thinks the next 10, 15 years are going to be even better than the last. And this is the important thing that a lot of people don't understand, the long-term outlook. And he's talking about over 10 years. If we look at just the single year, XRP has done really well, 371% in one single year. is like wildly outperforming the S&P 500, for example. But that's not good enough. People want up-only action forever, and it does get somewhat frustrating. Now, I understand that the market is boring right now. We want more price action. As you know, my bull targets for this run are $10 to $12. Now that's my most bullish target for XRP this bull run. I think that's a realistic target, and that would need Bitcoin to start rallying. It would need the altcoins to start rallying. It would need liquidity to flow into the market. And we may see that, but we have to be patient and we have to not let emotion overcome us. How do I know emotion is overcoming the market? Well, we have $21 billion in short positions right now as Bitcoin is at its lows, right? Now, Bitcoin could continue to fall and go into a bear market, but that's not really what we tend to see happen in this part of the cycle. The end of the 4-year cycle, the post-halving year, the post-election year, so on and so forth. It's not what we tend to see. Maybe this time is in fact different, but I'm going to stand on the side that it isn't different, and this is all designed to shake people out. We also have an interesting mindset that is going around the XRP community. XRP's price suppression should be illegal. The manipulation is happening in broad daylight. And I think it's naive to think that manipulation is happening specifically for XRP when the whole market is down. Solana, in fact, down more than XRP in that screenshot. Doge down more than XRP in that screenshot. Pepe down more than XRP in that screenshot. Asta down more than XRP in that screenshot. The whole market is down. This is due to, one, of course, I do believe there is manipulation, but two, Bitcoin's price being down and their fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, which we can see right here. This isn't targeted at XRP. In fact, it's targeted at the crypto market, and the crypto market, like Bitcoin, dictates right now what happens in this market. We also see Binance apparently nuking the crypto market one more time with the help of Wintermute to liquidate longs. I believe that we'll see the opposite happen very soon because the longs are getting annihilated. Guess what happens right after the longs are annihilated? We've got 1.1 billion in the last 24 hours. Guess what happens? We flip into short annihilation, which can create a short squeeze, which can push the price up. And then when I have trades like this one right here, right? If it goes back in the green, guess what I'll do? Just like I did with the just like I did with the Doge trade, I took profits when I saw them, $7,000. I put a break-even stop loss, and then I just wait patiently. If I get stopped out, it doesn't matter because I have my realized profit. And if we go higher, it's great because yes, I secured my downside. I kept my emotions in check, but I also have access to the upside. So I'm going to continue to trade like that and share with you guys. But people are giving up here, according to the crypto recruiter. We can see, I don't want to minimize that, but usually people give up from fatigue at the end of bear markets, not at the beginning of bear markets. Now, I'm not here to tell you that we're in a bear market. I think we're in a bull market. I don't think the bull market is over, but I'm willing to risk my money with that assumption. Don't you blindly follow me because I might be wrong, but I'm putting my chips on the table. I've made some decent profits, in my opinion, so far from being that contrarian investor. I'm buying when everyone's panicking. I'm taking profits when everyone's euphoric. And I'm going to continue to try and do this, right? Previous gains doesn't guarantee I will be able to continue to do this, but that's my plan. So if you want to have a new exchange to trade on, Weeks is linked down there in the description. Like I said, if you deposit 100 USDT, you're also going to get access to the free group where you get access to our traders, but also access to what I'm doing and also macro insights, YouTube clips, support, chat with other people. Like it's a great community, I think, and it's all for free. And also, if you want to see my strategies, you want to learn a bit more about macro, and you want to learn, maybe if you're a complete beginner, all of the beginner stuff for crypto, I made my old course completely free. I added in my strategies, and on top of that, we have a new macro course, which is all linked down there. It's the link to the WAP. Come and join, check it out. It's free. If you don't like it, you could delete the app. With that said, guys, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace.